Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking for Culinary, week 13. Today we are going to try our hand at making some crepes, so let's get to it. First we're going to put our ingredients into a blender. That's about 3/4 cup of milk, 1 cup of AP flour, 2.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 2 eggs, half a cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter into our blender, and we'll be pulsing this for about 10 seconds. Now once we're done pulsing, we're going to have to put this in the fridge for about an hour to let the bubbles settle, as the bubbles will inevitably break the crepe apart if we were to put it straight into a pan. So we'll put this in the fridge for about an hour. While we wait, we are going to be making our whipped cream. Now this is pretty easy to do. You just get a cooled bowl like this one and another bowl of ice, putting 1 cup heavy cream into it, whipping to soft peaks, and implementing about 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract to sweeten it. And as you can see, I take a taste of the whipped cream from the whisk and a bit more of a taste. Now for this next segment, I wasn't sure what to record, as I was surely sure that you guys would get bored of me sitting on a couch for about an hour. So on the couch for about an hour, we're going to be waiting for our batter to settle. Now while we're doing this, we're just going to be watching some Young Justice on HBO with my dog, as you can see. And once the batter has settled, we can get right to cooking. So on the stove, we're going to be putting our batter into a buttered saucepan, and about 2 ounces each crepe, and just cooking on one side for 30 seconds and then the other side of the crepe for about 10 seconds, as this will cook pretty quickly, as it's a thin, pretty much just a thin pancake. And once this is pretty much done with our final crepe on our plate, we are going to wait for these to cool, but once they have, we're going to sort of plate this, and for this sort of surprise, we're going to actually be making a crepe cake out of these. So voila, our crepe cake. Now what I did was just put whipped cream in between each layer of crepe, putting it into the freezer for about 10 minutes to let it sort of solidify a bit, to make it easier to cut the edges, to make that sort of clean looking circle look. Now I take a taste of it. It came out a bit chewier than a usual crepe would normally be. I probably should have left it in to cook a little bit more, or put a little bit less batter in, as it was a bit thick. But overall the taste is pretty good. The whipped cream really complements the crepe very well, and especially with the berries as well, adding a bit of sort of a more sweet taste to it. Now I just end up eating a slice of this, as my family ate the rest of it without me knowing. But as long as they like it, then I'm happy that I made it. So that is week 13 of Cooking for Culinary, crepes. So peace.